taller than you.
This one can't run.
Cranking it up.
All right, JD, Basketball Reality. Okay. I'm here with Impact Las Vegas Lockout League. How you doing so far?
Doing good. It's good. I mean, people needed something to come to work out. Right now, we can be with our teams, playing pickup, lifting weights, and that's what we have here. You got 10 guys. Some games are more competitive than others. It's for you to get something out of it. So you come here in the morning, get your drills in, you're lifting and shooting, and then you put in what you worked on. So it's coming off screens, it's post-ups, and you're going to get out what you put in. So far, we're doing pretty good with that.
So you say that you can get out what you put in. Is there any kind of encouragement you can give the guys that are not even in the league? Let's say they're playing ABA, they're playing D-League, or they're playing overseas, and they want to get in the NBA. What kind of encouragement?
You got to keep working. You got to find your niche, and that's the whole thing with the NBA. You got to realize that there's only so many stars, there's only so many scores, so you have to bring something to the table. You got unless you're one of those guys, which is one per team, maybe two. You got to build a rebound, defense, scrappy, man. A lot of people don't learn that until it's too late.
Some of the rookies don't have anything going on as far as giving back to the community. If you're not a rookie, you're not in that situation. You want to talk a little bit about what you do for the community, the foundation, anything you have going on?
Well, I haven't signed my foundation. I just got my second deal and we're locked out, so I don't technically have a second deal. But my whole thing is camps. We got a free basketball camp in San Diego. I have a camp in Boston while I went to school and college. Anytime you try to look out for Boys and Girls Clubs, I donate to Boys and Girls Clubs. I mean, if it wasn't for Boys and Girls Club, I wouldn't be in the NBA.
So you too. Yeah, definitely. So your camps are geared towards what age kids?
Young, probably from 3rd grade to maybe 9th.
Okay. And how can we contact you to get on the
Well, just follow me on Twitter. If you can follow me on Twitter, JaredDudley619, and I'll hook you up.
Very good. Appreciate it. Good. How effective can a camp like this be for guys?
So for me, it helped my development when I was in Charlotte, trying to extend my range. So if you want to get reps up, playing in pick and roll, kind of like me. I remember my second year, Chauncey was here. We ran a lot of bigs. There were a little bit more bigs back then than there were now. Birdman, Jermaine O'Neal was more in his prime. And you work on coming off from the corner to the three, hand up in your face. You work on one dribble pull-up. So for me, I mean, I take a lot out of it to get me in tip-top shape. So if you're out here half-assing, if you're out here not getting back on defense, you're not working, I don't know. But for me, I get a lot out of it.
What have you seen so far?
What have I seen? I see a lot of young talent. I was real impressed with Shumpert, the Knicks guy, his athletic ability. John Wall's jump shot is taking the next step, which he knows it has to for him, and it has. When I played him, I mean, he probably hit 4 or 5 threes, 4 or 5 jump shots, and he's confident. He knows that people are going to give him that. Besides that, I mean, everybody got to keep working. This could be, we don't know, it could be a long lockout, it could be short, and you got to be prepared for the long haul.
When you think about this league, the fact that it came together, what are your thoughts to actually see it kind of fall right now?
This is good. I mean, we needed something like that, especially in the West Coast. The West Coast guys, you see a lot of the difference is it's not just young guys. You see a lot of vets. I mean, Damon Jones, obviously he's out of the league, but for him to come back, you got Chauncey, Jermaine played, Al Harrington. It's easy to get a lot of guys or guards that just want to shoot the ball, but these guys will make you learn how to play the game the right way and hopefully last your career longer.
What options would you guys have if you locked out?
Option for certain players, depending if you're on the borderline tweeting overseas. Obviously, China's giving NBA opt-out, so obviously some guys take that. I mean, for me, to sign my deal with insurance, I mean, I'd have to get a good insurance. What the NBA is offering, I might as well wait a whole year because they're trying to cut 40% of your deal. They cut 40% of my deal. I could wait 2 years and have the same amount of money. So another option for you, man, just being ready. I mean, you're a professional, you get paid to be professional, so this right here is the least you can do to stay in shape. So when it's time to go, you're in training camp, guys, and you don't have to get in shape. You're already in shape.
Do you think there could be an extension of this?
I think in October. I think after this is done in 2 weeks, I think we'll probably take a little break. I mean, what I mean break is in this league, we'll still do our same thing, which is the same thing basically with no refs and no crowd. I'm leaving in October. I told Joe he has like middle to end October. Hopefully we're playing, but if not, I think you're good. I mean, maybe you can get more guys out like KD and more bigs come out here.
Do you think at this week with negotiations being a big week, and it seems to be every time on Wednesday, Thursday, there has to be something in order for any kind of optimism to be out there?
Yeah, I mean, what I see is, this next 3 weeks, the week is starting on time. I mean, how I look at it, is you never get too high. When you hear, oh, negotiations are good, you never get too low. Oh, we're not going to have a season. I mean, eventually we have to go back to play basketball. If it's this year, next year, the year after, it's going to be basketball eventually. The question is, are you going to be a guy that puts in the work? Are you going to try to come back like D Rose, who his whole game from 1 year to the next was a whole jump in MVP? Or do you want to, hey, have a chance you come back out of shape, a la Sean Kemp, and then your career goes down?
You can imagine how people, when they hear Billy say stuff like, I'm advising guys are going to miss half the season, people, you know, you're right, don't get too high, too low. Yeah. When he says something like that, it presses the panic button in every sense.
I say it's politics. I mean, you know, NBA, NFL, you know, government, it's all politics when you go with the media. I mean, these guys have been around and make a lot of money. No dummies, try to get the public perception on your side. And for us, the only thing you could do is just give fans knowledge of what's really going on and do your part so for your team and be ready.
Do you look at this? But do you look this week as a make or break type of week? Or?
Not even make or break. I mean, obviously preseason. We don't get paid preseason anyway. You'd like to have that. I would say, I think training camp starts October 2nd. I think usually first preseason game is the 9th or 10th. So I would say give it 2 or 3 more weeks, and then I say pivotal start on time, and then we'll be talking about missing games.
Are guys starting to get nervous at all? Maybe nervous, the wrong word, but anxious.
I mean, everybody wants to play. I mean, but the thing about it is, when I first got drafted in this league, they told me prepare for a lockout. We knew this day was going to come. If you didn't prepare for this, then something wrong, because you got to prepare. I mean, I've saved up for 2 years if we didn't have a lockout. So I mean, the preparation, anxious is hey, I'm anxious to play because I love to do, and 2, you want to get paid and you want to go out there and perform for fans.
Joe said you kind of handpicked your team out there.
I handpicked my point guard, Kyle Lowry. I didn't handpick Spades. I had J.J. Hickson the first day they changed them. But, we have the advantage because we work out here. It's like going to Chicago and their guys. Man, we know, like the Detroit Pistons, when they beat the Lakers, no real stars. It's all good, solid players.
Last time you called one.
High school. Isn't that crazy? It's probably high school. I mean, in a game setting, the game setting probably high school. I mean, for Phoenix, I had to bet with the team that I couldn't get 10 doubles. They said I got 10 on the 4th last game. So I won that bet with them. I'm not really a jumper. That was too wide open. So you might as well, I've been working out here, might as well go and get it.
Had the high fives with everybody.
Because no one thinks I'm going to be the dunker, No one expects me to do that. So, man, it's good to have fun out here.
Do you think there's any difference in the intensity since Chauncey Billups and Kmart showed up yesterday a little bit?
Well, that was our best game. When we barely won, refs gave us a couple calls. I mean, Chauncey picks up the whole game. His presence out there, he demands respect. He plays the right way. He knows how to make shots. Having guys out like that, man, make this league what it is.
And some of the young guns, coming up like Selby and stuff. They're not used to this type of intensity coming from, someone like that. This next game should be real good too as well.
Well, it's good for Selby because the NBA game different. It's not pickup. Even though it's NBA players, they're gonna pick and roll, throw in the ISO, know when to cut through. So it's just learning the game, man.
Yeah.
The first 2 years, unless you're a starter playing heavy minutes, you just got to learn how the game's played.
Exactly. And you're a veteran, so everything, you're just fine-tuning your game, adding little things here and there.
Yeah, and good shape, adding stuff off the dribble, trying to get a couple posts up, and just being more aggressive.
Okay, thank you.
Anytime.
Appreciate it, Jared.